Hello and welcome back to another video. If you're new to my channel, my name is Martin, and if you're a returning visitor, viewer, subscriber, I welcome you back. I'm just out on my back deck enjoying a pipe. The sun is slowly going down, and I thought I would do a quick video. Still a little chilly though. I had to throw my peak coat on and my Kilby hat that I have a couple different ones. This one's gray, the other one's brown. Today I had a really interesting day. It had the potential of being much more interesting, but I'll explain that here momentarily. You know, when I got up this morning, I had 11 pharmacy orders right off the bat. And they were all pharmacy orders for local businesses here, Safeway, Walmart, Sobeys, Freshco, and whatnot. But the very first one I got, I had to drive all the way to the south side, to Ellerslie, which is about 32 kilometers from here, to pick up a internal transfer and bring it back to the north side here. So I got that done, and it was okay. And then I got more orders, and I ended up doing 16 orders today altogether. So that was great. But the interesting thing that was supposed to happen was I was supposed to have a meeting with the company that I am doing independent contracting driving for. I was supposed to have a meeting with them. And I'll explain why. Going back to February 14th, I got paid, and I noticed that I was missing some money off my statement. I should have gotten a certain amount, and I was about $68 short. So I inquired via email, as well as talking to some of the folks that were there that are actual employees. And some of the employees didn't know what to say, which was fine. I just inquired. But some of the other folks that were there that are kind of higher up in the office environment, they said, we'll get back to you on that. And one said, we'll get back to you the very next day. Needless to say, that individual did not get back to me. So as my frustration increases, I decided to follow up a week later with another email. Very professional, but let them know that I have experience in internal office matters, and I kind of expect not to be brushed off or dismissed, but to have my inquiry addressed. And each time I did that, I got a phone call from one of the office individuals. Saying that we'll get right back to you on that, and they never did again. So finally, I put out a email last Friday inquiring when am I going to get this information straightened out, because the reason why it's important was because when you need to have deductions noted on your statement of earnings, because as an independent contractor, I have an accountant and I have to account for these things, because I do have GST number and whatnot. I do have my own business as an independent contractor, as a driver, and I need to have it plain as day if I want to, or if I'm able to claim any of these expenses or deductions, because apparently I'm able to do that. So I got a phone call Friday afternoon, and they said that we would like to have you come into the office Monday at the end of the day, and we will discuss this with you, and we'll explain everything with you, because it's pretty hard to explain over the phone or via email. Now, I have been involved with management and a little bit of human resources, health and safety, so it doesn't seem to be that difficult to explain. If there's a deduction, apparently there's a deduction each month for the use of the company software, the app that I use. I use 2 apps for doing these deliveries, and apparently we have to rent that app. There's a contract that we have, and I read through the contract, and yes, we do get charged, but it doesn't say how much. It just says 0 or an amount that the company sees fit. And I actually asked another driver last week, and he said, yeah, it varies, and it's so annoying because you expect your check to be a certain amount, and it's not. But anyway, so I was all ready to go to have all my paperwork lined up, and I was going to have a nice meeting today at 4:30. But then I got a phone call from this person who works in the office. She's a dispatcher, and she has a title, fleet manager or something. And she said, "Oh, I guess the boss is going to be away. Something came up, so can you come tomorrow?" So tomorrow at 4 o'clock, I will be going down there, and I have all my paper, like I mentioned, all laid out. And I told her on the phone, I said, "Well, you know, I'm not complaining. I'm not upset about anything. I just like to have clarity, because I'm an independent contractor. As I mentioned, I need to keep things clear for my accountant and for the government. If I'm able to claim something, I need to prove that it was deducted from me. But there's nothing. They have nothing listed as deductions. So, what are your thoughts on that? Are any of you independent contractors for any courier companies or any kind of trucking companies or courier companies? I'm not talking about Skip the Dishes or anything. I'm talking about a private company that I do deliveries for. And it could be anything. It could be prescriptions, it could be flowers, it could be cookies by George, or documents from lawyers, documents from insurance companies, anything like that. So I'm pretty excited to have a good sit down with these folks and follow up with this and see what comes from it. We shall see. Apparently their accounting, they said that they owed me some money, so there were some issues there with their accounting. So they were supposed to, I guess they're going to send me some money that they had taken off. But we will discuss all that tomorrow and find out, get everything laid out. I'm going to ask some questions. I'm going to ask them, who is in charge as far as any kind of HR or anything, you know, like when I have a question about anything, who do I talk to? Because right now I've had 3 or 4 different people reply to me, and it doesn't seem to be any real clarity there. So if I can get to talk to the owner, who I originally met in December when I first walked in there with my resume, she was quite nice, and she told me to come back the next day, and I did, and I got hired as a driver. So we shall see. I'm excited to get that part done and find out what the future holds, because we're into almost the middle of March, and we'll see what the spring and summer have in store. My one concern is when the weather is warm and wonderful, and I have to deliver things that need signatures to people's homes. Will those folks be home, or will I have a lot of people not home, and then I have to take their prescription back to the drugstore? That's okay if it's close by, but if I have to drive now 30 kilometers back to the south side, that will be annoying. So we will see. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, how was your day? I hope you had a wonderful day, and I hope you enjoyed this video, our little chat. I guess it's my ramblings from the road, but in this case, the rumblings and ramblings from my deck. Anyway, have a great evening, a great morning if you see this when you get up, or a great afternoon. Anyway, cheers.